Good morning, everyone, and welcome back, heroes, to our hardcore challenge. All right, so we will have a couple different streams going on today, mainly because I have a meeting at work at 2, so we'll be getting off right around 1 o'clock Central Time. It is right now 11. So, that being said, let's get right into it. We are playing our Archery Ranger. We are on hardcore. Basically, all that means is we are not able to do Dungeon Finder. We're not able to do Mana Storm. We're not able to do anything that could possibly get us killed quickly. We're not able to do that. So we're stuck to doing just our dungeons, or not our dungeons, just our quests. So speaking of which, we have a couple quests left to do. We've got 2 to turn here into Orgrimmar, but we actually have 1 right out here that we still need to finish for this zone before we go to the Barrens. So that is what we are going to be working on. And we found out yesterday, thanks to one of the viewers, that we actually have a skill for our character. So if I go over here to spells, if you guys are playing the Ranger, you have Bushcraft. Bushcraft, you level up as you level up, and if we were a Skinner, we could actually use medium leather to do it too. Jeez, stupid yawns. All right, but we would be able to use medium leather to create Ranger's leather, which currently we have a little bit left here. But because it shows up right here, we have 31 of them. But we made a bunch of XP ones as well as haste ones so that we attack faster. But you can also do things like increasing our armor, increasing God, these stupid yawns. I hate this, man. So we have 2 that create armor, increasing the armor by 32 to 41 for 30 minutes, as well as 44 to 56 for 30 minutes. And then we also have one that gives us food and water if we need. So that's pretty neat. I did the one that gives us XP as well as haste. So we're about to find out if we're able to do both. So boom, that gives us that buff for 30 minutes, and then this is going to give us XP. Hopefully we get both for 30. Ha, we do. Awesome. We're not really having an issue with our armor class right now, just because things aren't really getting to us. We did hit level 16. We are still going to be picking up copper. As I said in stream the other day, the reason why we are doing mining and tailoring is both of these give us XP for doing stuff. Worst case scenario, we can get rid of tailoring and get skinning if we want to go that route. God. Alright, real quick, back up just a tad. I know I can see YouTube here, but I want to be able to see Twitch chat without having to look all the way over at my other monitor right now. No, we're going to have this issue again. Okay. There we go. Alright. Must have a bow equipped, I do. Why are we glitched? / reload. It's saying that our bow isn't equipped, even though it quite literally is. And it's still saying we don't have a bow equipped. What? Okay, that works. That works. Okay. I'm confused. Alright, hold on. Let's just reset everything real quick. We're going to drop that. We're going to re-pull this up. It'd suck if we got to start all over again. PTR play. And it still says I have to have a bow equipped. What is going on? Is it the stupid trick or treat that we have on? It would. Are you joking? Bro. I'm sorry, but that's stupid. It's because we had this stupid pirate costume on. Are you kidding me? Alright, so we talked to him. He gives us a quest. There's a cave right up here that we gotta go to. I don't have a target. Alright, now that we've figured out that issue. Alright, here we are.
I can't do that yet.
And there's why I took off auto shot. Is because as soon as I use an ability, as soon as I do that, it goes, oh hey, we need to make sure that we're auto shooting as well. Now, auto shooting will not work if I'm running around, but as soon as I stop, I auto shoot. So all that really means is if we get good with our timing, right? Because auto shot takes about a second, give or take, right? So basically, if we're running around and we go shoot, stop, you can time it to where you stop moving just long enough
Not ready yet.
to where you can auto shoot without having to worry about it.
That's still recharging.
See, won't auto shoot, won't auto shoot, won't auto shoot, stop, auto shot, right? So that's a thing that we got real good with in retail with our archers, was being able to run around, do what they got to do, but stop for just a second to get that auto shot off. And so, yeah, it was pretty OP back then. We also learned how to, while you were running, and I can't do it with this particular mouse that I have, but if you have a TrackMan, so one that does this right here, right? You have one of those mice, and you're able to actually jump and rotate your camera fast enough, right? To where you could turn, shoot, and then turn again and still be going the right direction. We had one guy, his name was Salty Dog. Dude was king of doing this. Like, it was one of the reasons in PvP he was dominating as a hunter. It's because he could do this running jump shot that was just insane. All right, so we turn that quest in. He tries to do his thing, and he's like, "Oh, I can't do it. What the? I'm not good enough. Go talk to my master." And then you'll notice that we now have to go into Orgrimmar. Now, had we not ended the stream yesterday where we did, we wouldn't have gone into Orgrimmar. We would have done that guy's quest first, and then gone into Orgrimmar. We're about to hit 17, which is awesome. So we've got that quest item there. And we got plenty to sell. I think we got plenty of copper right now. The beautiful thing is unlike playing in just the regular one, we don't really need a whole bunch of gold. Because we're pretty much going to be running everywhere we have to go, or taking inexpensive flights. But so far, this character is doing really well. I'm kind of shocked because I thought that this was going to be a little bit more of a challenge. Maybe as we get into higher content, it will be. But I was honestly expecting this to be, you know, me having to sweat it through. So, I mean, I'm going to take this as it is. Alright, so we have a quest to turn in here. So we're actually going to go up over here, turn this in, come down here, turn that in. Then we're going to go up, actually, because we have to go to this guy twice, we're going to go turn in the Admiral's orders first. So we'll go turn this in, and then go down into the Cleft of Shadows. So. What's crazy is we did a quest for our ranger in the starting zone, and I went and tried a rune master when I got home last night just to be like, what is this? I like how it says I can go to Battlegrounds, but I can't. But and then she wants me to also go to the Barrens. But I tried Rune Master last night when I got home, and I did not see a Rune Master quest for low areas. Or not a Rune Master, a Primalist. I tried a Primalist. Could not find a Primalist class quest for low level. So I think there's only a few classes that get them. And from what I understand is some of them are completely bugged. So then we sit here and we talk to Vol'jin.
You come to consult the spirits?
And then if we want, we can actually talk to Thrall.
Welcome to Orgrimmar.
He's going to say hidden enemies.
Serve the Horde?
Bring Lieutenant's insignia to Thrall and Orgrimmar. Meh, I'm not doing that. It requires me to go back out of... Basically, he tells us to go back into here. Oh, level 13, died to a Voidwalker. That's gotta hurt, bro. He was doing hardcore, which is what we're doing. Does it say what he was? Or just his level? And then, like, another guy over here in an Iron Man challenge died to a Razor Boar. He was level 7 and died to a or no, he was level 13 and died to a level 7. He probably pulled too many. But that's the thing is, like, you can see things like that, and it'll be like, oh, so-and-so died from whatever. And it tells you what challenge they're on. Yeah, I don't know what that email is. But it'll tell you what level they are and what they died to and stuff like that. So it's pretty bad to sit there and go, wow, level 13 got killed by the Voidwalker, and you don't even need to fight the Voidwalker. Literally, all you got to do is kill the guy that summons the Voidwalker, and you're gravy, you're safe. So, you know, that's rough, man. It reminds me of we used to play Diablo 2. It was one of the very first games I ever played a hardcore mode on, and they have a hardcore, and it didn't matter, you know, what killed you in Diablo 2. If you died, you had to start over, just completely. And so, and like that's the thing here is if we die, we have to start over. And so that's why we're being as cautious as we can. All right, hold on. Now, is all he gonna give me the dungeon quests? Because we can't do them. Nope, there we go. We can get that. Slaying the Beast is the dungeon quest for Ragefire, and we can't do dungeons. So now, all of our quest lines are taking us, like, we gotta go talk to the Flight Master, but all of our quests are taking us into the Barrens. So what we'll end up doing is taking the Flight Master to Crossroads, and then just running to where we need to start in the Barrens. Because technically we could just run out this gate here, which will take us to the top part of the Barrens here, and then we just run straight down. But we're not doing that. No, I'm not doing that. So this chick wants us to go to the Barrens to pick up a crystal. We then turn into another chick, and yeah. Let's see, where am I? There we are. But yeah, so in Diablo 2, there was once I got all the way up to, I want to say like level 88 or 89, right? And this takes a lot of time. It's not like it is now with Diablo 4, where in 6 hours you can be max level and halfway through your Paragon tree. You know what I mean? It took weeks. It took months to get that way, and then to die because you looked away from the keyboard for half a second, or the game started to lag and you died. Like it was, bruh, I can't tell you how many times I would get into the mid 50s or mid 60s, and have bad connection to the internet or whatever, and then your character just gone like that. All their gear, all the XP, all the time, just gone. There were days where, I would get to like level 30 or 40 and die, and I would just be like, man, this game. like, and you know, and now I look at those as challenges and being like, oh, okay, yeah, yeah, no, yeah, we'll see how high we can get. We'll try this. Show me where I can fly, please. Go to the crossroads and barrens. And so yeah, it's that's basically what we're doing here. Is we're playing a hardcore character to where if we die, we die. Like that's it. Now we've set limitations for ourselves, obviously. The game already says that we can't do dungeons, we can't do battlegrounds, we can't do things like that because those rely on other people to make sure we stay alive because we're DPS, right? So if we die because we're in a dungeon at level 10, because the healer is a level 10 healer and doesn't know how to heal very good, doesn't matter. You're done. A party wipe in that instance is a party wipe. And so they've disabled all that. For us, though, the limitations that we set on ourselves is if this guy dies, we lock the troll and we lock the rangers. So we got to go pick different classes. We're also not going to pick any classes that we've already hit level 60 on either. Because I don't think that would be fair because we've already figured out the best builds for those guys, right? Well, except for the Necromancer. I still need to go back and look at the Necromancer, to be honest. But that's the thing I'm doing for myself. So if we get this guy to 60, great, awesome. We start over with a new heroic challenge on a new race, new class. But if this guy dies, then, that's the limitation I'm setting for ourselves. We're going to turn this quest in real quick to this guy because we're here.
Strength and honor.
And then we will be back to do more of these quests. So I'm not picking anything up yet. We're actually going to have to run all the way back down to here. So we take the north road, and I always get this road wrong because it goes on the other side of the inn. But yeah, so I mean it is what it is, but we I don't foresee any major problems for a while. I don't think we're gonna run into any major issues. We got an XP zone over there, which is nice. So far, we're doing enough damage to where we don't have to think about it. We are, I'm still allowing myself, obviously, to wear all of the heirloom or bind on account gear, right? To pad our stats as best we can to make sure that we get to 60. But outside of that, I mean, we're playing the game as it was originally developed, where it took time to go places. You couldn't just fly everywhere or get a flying mountain. Woo! Dungeons back then. Think about it this way. When this was originally vanilla, right? You didn't have Dungeon Finder. You didn't have a group finder. You didn't have a PvP finder. You wanted a PvP, you had to go to a certain area and sign up for it. And it was only arenas. Or you could go to like Arathi Highlands or whatever. But you actually had to physically go to a spot to do it, right? Dungeons, you wanted to do Ragefire Chasm, you better hope that you found 5 people that are doing Ragefire Chasm. You want to do Wailing Caverns, you had to run out here and go to Wailing Caverns. You want to do Razorfin Crawl, you had to run to Razorfin. Like that was the thing back then. Is there was no, oh, we're just gonna insta queue or we're gonna teleport you to the dungeon. No. You find the 5 people that are, the 4 other people that are gonna play with you on that dungeon because they actually need something out of that dungeon besides just pure experience. And there wasn't bonus experience for completing the dungeon either. It was, you just did the dungeon and hope you got what you needed, and you might have to run that dungeon 5, 6, 7, 8 times before you got what you wanted. And that was everybody. Healers, tanks. It wasn't until, I think, Burning Crusade? No. it was Wrath of the Lich King, I think, that added, or it was right before Wrath of the Lich King came out, where we needed to, or where we actually had the dungeon finder, right? So it was a lot rougher back then, a lot rougher back then. Okay, I know this says I've already got one crystal, but okay. Good lord. All right, now we're gonna go pick up the crystal because then we got to come up over here. We should have grabbed the crystal on our way down here, but I was talking, so it is what it is. But yeah, I want to say it was either right before Wrath of the Lich King came out or during Wrath of the Lich King that they added the dungeon finder system. I could be wrong on that, but I'm almost 100% positive that it wasn't available at the beginning of the Burning Crusade. Because I remember doing Burning Crusade and still having to run to dungeons to summon people in order to do the dungeon. It's just on the other side of this tree, if I remember correctly. The crystal that we're looking for. I think our next race is going to be a dwarf. A dwarf or a gnome. I think. Because I haven't done a lot of that starting area. I mean, I did way back in the day when I was in a guild called I'm Sorry, Were You Questing? Or no, it was before that guild, because that's the guild that my stepdad had started. But the very first guild that I was in, we were an alliance guild. In fact, the guild master at the time created a role inside the guild, that was just for me, because I was constantly playing new characters. I was never trying to max out a character because at the time I was a kid. I wasn't interested in doing raids and doing all this extra content. I just liked to play. And this is vanilla WoW at the time, so this was right before Burning Crusade came out, and we were an alliance guild, so I only ever played on the alliance. And I'd be like, oh, let me try the paladin, because I'm watching my stepdad play and his paladin's doing really cool stuff, and I'm like, oh, let me try the paladin. So then I'd play the paladin, and then I'd see somebody playing a warlock or a druid or whatever, and I'd be like, oh, that looks really cool, let me try. And so like, I was changing characters so often that the guildmaster just created a role. It was like the entry level role to the guild, but it was like I want to say it was like Chris's closet or something like that. It was something dumb, and it was just because I was constantly changing characters and needing new invites to the guild. So it was pretty funny. Good sense of humor, but that ended up leading to us creating our own guild called I'm Sorry, Were You Questing? In fact, somewhere I have a shirt that I got because Blizzard ran a promo for a company that made shirts that you could get your guild tabard on it. You could get your character's name along with the guild on it. And so I have one for the very first character I ever maxed, which was the Death Knight. I got the shirt with our guild name, I'm Sorry, Were You Questing? And Draconis Darth, that was my Death Knight's name. Yes, I was so unoriginal, as I still am. All of my characters have Draconis in their name, and except for the ones that I use for streaming, like this guy is Hardcore Gibbs. But, I forgot, gotta turn it into her again. Revision process observed. So we go here. And then we downsize. This could get tricky.
I can't attack that target.
Oop, nope, wrong button.
Isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. I need to get closer.
We almost had her. Alright. That quest is now done. So now we get to go back to Crossroads and start doing quests. We're going to do a lot of quests up in this little corner first. Before we start doing anything in the south. But, yeah, man, World of Warcraft has a really, really nice little spot in my heart. Simply because I've done this game for so long. We came to this game from playing Diablo. And when I say we, I mean my stepdad, me, my brothers, my sister. We all were playing Diablo too. It got to the point where, you know, it was getting to the point where we were leveling characters for other people, which don't do. That is terrible and bad, and I don't recommend it. It violates every policy that Blizzard has. Please don't do that. But back then, it was a lot harder for people to track you doing that kind of stuff, and so we would power level PvPers in Diablo because we got to the point where the game wasn't overly challenging anymore. Plus, there were things like map hacks. To where if it detected you hit like say 40% health, it just booted you from the game automatically and basically alt F4 for you. And it got to the point where that was just what we did. We had almost every unique item in the game. We had more runes than you could shake a stick at, and charms and gems and everything. Like we had, I want to say 2 alt accounts that we had that we just filled to the brim with mules, and all we did was dump stuff in them. And it got to the point where the game wasn't fun anymore. And so at the time, my brother had gotten the game because one of his friends played, and so my stepdad was like, "Yeah, okay, we'll get the game. We'll let you play with your friend." And my stepdad was watching it and going, "This looks fun. There's all these different classes and these different races, and there's this rivalry between the two, factions, and and it looks really fun, and it's still got that mechanic that causes you to grind and need the best gear and the best stats, and that's kind of at the time how games were, and so." We ended up all switching to it, and it took us a while to find a server that we liked and to get with teams that we liked. And we finally got with the first guild, and again, I apologize, I don't remember the guild, so if I ever meet any of the people from that guild, I'm super sorry, I don't remember the guild name. And then, we went from that to making our own guild on Thunderhoof, I think it was, which was the server name, and we created I'm sorry, we're questing, and our guild master, my stepdad, his very first paladin was called Oops My Bad, and it was also spelled incorrectly. The character's name was spelled Ops My Bad. It was supposed to be a double play on. Because in PvP, if you got killed by somebody, it would say, who you were killed by and what their guild name was. So it was supposed to say, you were killed by, oops, my bad, I'm sorry, were you questing? And it was funny, and it was it was a bunch of play on words for a bunch of stuff. And, we played on that for years, and then it got to the point where, kind of as a family, it got to the point where it was getting too cookie cutter. because it was like, oh, you want to be the best whatever, then um, you have to be this race with this set of gear and this whatever. You know what I mean? I'm actually gonna just make this my home.
Just the thing for you.
We don't really need anything from Orgrimmar. Like we can always fly back if we need to do anything with like the auction house or whatever. But yeah, so our time with this game is a lot.
I can't attack that.
I have one of the last achievements that you could get before they got rid of leveling skills. So back in the day, I always love saying that. So like, see how we have axes, bows, crossbows, daggers, all this stuff. Usually in vanilla WoW, and this is why I think it's so funny that people try to associate this with vanilla, even though it's really not. This right here would say 1 out of 75, 1 out of 150, 1 out of 250, 1 out of 300, whatever. And you had to level that by trying to hit things with whatever that skill was. And I remember the very first time I decided I was going to do that, the warrior at the time, for whatever reason, it was the only class that could level every weapon type in the game. Staves, wands, bows, guns, two-handed, one-handed of everything. I mean, they had it all. Thrown weapons. And so I went and I bought, for that character, one of every weapon type. And I ran around and I beat on things until I leveled all of it to 300. And I got a feat of strength, and if I still paid for the game, I could pull it up to show you that I have the feat of strength for getting all, and this was back in 2008, I think, 2007, 2008, somewhere in that ballpark. But I have the achievement for getting all weapons leveled on a single character.
Be careful.
Who you be?
Who you be? So we're actually picking up a couple quests that we don't really need, but we'll end up turning in just for the XP. There's gonna be one where we have to go to Thunder Bluff right here.
For the horde.
That's gonna make us go to Thunder Bluff just to turn in one quest. But I'm actually not gonna do that quest yet because there is one more quest, if I remember correctly, that we can pick up that will ask us to go talk to somebody in Thunder Bluff. Okay, so the first quest, like we did earlier, we're going to do the Plain Striders. This is a level, so this is our number 1. We're going to go 2, 3, 4, and 5, all in this area, right? So as we head out towards 5, which is the Witching Talons, and there's actually another quest line that we'll pick up right over here in a second.
I don't have a
Anytime we see these guys, we're going to go take these out. Now this is where it can start getting a little dicey, because stuff is going to have more health now, right? Gonna have way more health. Things are gonna start getting compacted a little bit more. And so we'll have to be very mindful of what it is that we are shooting at and what we're trying to take down.
It's too far away. That space isn't ready.
Four Plain Striders. Still headed. There's the quest. There's a guy right over there that we want the quest for.
I'm out of range. That's still recharging.
Didn't we level up? We did. Okay, we'll put that point in here in just a second. Alright, let's get over here because that's going to be somewhat of a safe zone for us where this guy's quest is. Alright, so yeah, we'll have to look at those skills because I don't remember where we were going to put that point. Okay.
Sug.
Centaur bracers and the leaders. Now this guy will have us going all over the map to do these, and I'm not worried about it now. Like, we were doing this quest earlier on our Tinker as he was leveling. The problem with that is we were leveling so fast, we ended up not needing to do like any of the quests here. All right. So we still have Hunting Shot. Fire a shot that ricochets between 3 enemies, dealing ranged weapon damage plus 10. Generates 2 archery points plus 1 for every additional enemy hit. So that can actually give you 5 archery points just like that. Okay. We also have greater precision. I actually think we talked about this the other day. So greater precision increases precision shot by 10% and critical strike chance by 3. Or we can get effortless, reduces the focus cost of precision shot by 15 and its cooldown by 2. So this is precision shot. This is the one that if we have 5 stacks, we use it, we get that one for free, right? So honestly, I would rather go with the crit chance on this, okay? And the reason why I'm saying we should go with the crit chance on this, it's kind of a twofold. One, the more crit we do, better. Plus, we get to increase the damage by 10%, and already this thing is doing 275% weapon damage plus 41 to 42. So this will actually increase its damage. And then next level that we can get Hunting Shot so that we can start getting more stuff down here, right? Because like Serrated Shot, we wanted that because there was a node down at the bottom. I'm like pointing at my screen like you guys can see what the fuck I'm talking about. But one of these was talking about Serrated Shot, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So while Marksman's Quiver is active, Serrated Shot is able to critically strike. So apparently Serrated Shot cannot critically strike. But what it does do is fire a serrated... Oh, one of the guys came on. Fire a serrated arrow at an enemy, dealing 29 physical damage and causing them to bleed, taking 16 physical damage every 2 seconds. Lasts 4 seconds for each archery point exhausted. So you pop this at 5 archery points, and this thing will last 4 seconds for each. So that's 20 seconds of bleed damage if you pop it then, right? You also have Hunting Season, reduces cooldown of Hunting Shot by 10 seconds. Hunting Shot is... we don't have that yet. That's this guy, right? Then we also have a True Hunter. Hunting Shot now increases your critical strike chance against target against the target by 10% for 10 seconds. Good Lord, if I could talk today. Goodness. Anywho, or we could do Piercing Shot, increases the critical strike damage of Hunting Shot by 25%, which is probably what we'd go with. The more crit we do, the better. Hawkeye Hunting Shot now fires an arrow at enemies within 30 yards affected by Hunting Shot every 3 seconds, dealing 100% range damage. Scales with Hunting Shot modifiers. So Hunting Shot now fires an arrow at enemies within 30 yards affected by Hunting Shot every 3 seconds. So are you saying that if I use Hunting Shot, this thing just shoots more hunting shots? We'll have to test that out. But for now, I think we're going to go with, you know what? We're just going to pick up Hunting Shot. There we go. We got Hunting Shot now. There we go. Yeah, we're just going to go that way. Hunting Shot. gives us archery points. So what I want to do is I'm going to move that to 1 because we don't really use melee. Okay. So now that we have that quest, we're wanting the Centaur Bracers. We got to go check out the pools as well. We can also get 10 while we're in the pools, which is also a plus. So, oh, he went offline, so he was already online. Oop, my bad, I should learn to read. But we want to take out these Centaurs. What is going on with my mouse? Y'all see that? Can y'all see that on stream? Yeah, what in the... Huh, that's weird. I don't know what it's doing, but...
That spell isn't ready yet. That's still recharging.
There's one down. Now, just for giggles, so that gave us... Actually did quite a bit of damage. Oh, and we can only cast it every few seconds, so... Okay, that makes sense. Gotcha! Alright.
I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging.
Up to 5 bracers. This is the part that can get real dangerous real fast for us. So we have to be real mindful of where these centaurs are, because like that's a group of 3 over there, right? So if we're not careful, we could accidentally pull more than one person and run the risk of getting killed. Alright, so we're gonna swim over here because we got to check out the pool. That's one of the quests. Alright, boom, got that. Then we're going to swim back up here. And then we need mushrooms that are around the edge of this water.
That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet.
Oh no, you trapped me in one spot. Like, that's going to keep me from being able to take you out. Oh no. Sometimes the mechanics of the game like make no sense. It's like, oh, I'm gonna trap you so that you can't get to me. It's like, homie, I use ranged weapons. Like, that does nothing to me. Woo. We're already starting to do some serious damage. Alright, there's that. We just need more of the bracers, and we gotta go take out the leader that's over here. There's our level.
It's too far away. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet.
Alright, and the leader is going to be up over on this side, so I'm actually going to just sneak right on over this direction a little bit. We're just going to make a kind of a loop around, because I don't want to pull these guys for no reason. Because the leader will actually walk between these tents and, like, we can actually see him. He's that big guy right there. But he walks from up here to these tents and back. So, I want to go here.
I'm out of range. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet.
Take that guy out. I need to figure out what the heck is going on with this mouse, man. I'll actually have to go back and look at my other streams just to see if it's doing that every time. Alright. Now we're just going to wait for the head honcho. Okay. Start off with this. Bam! Just that simple.
That's still recharging.
Requires a courier booty key. And apparently nobody's dropped one. I know this is copper and we don't need it. We need 10. Speaking of which, we picked up that, and we should have picked up some coarse stone too. So we gotta keep in mind that we are looking for wool and 10. We don't need anything else. Actually, no, we don't even need coarse stone anymore. Or we don't need coarse stone at all. We can't do anything with it. We're looking for 10 and cloth. Okay. So that quest is done. We still got this one, and then we have the demon seed, which is there's a mountain out that direction we got to go on our way back. And then we're just gonna go turn in all the quests and do it all over again. All right, so this is where it's gonna get tricky because there is a lot of things out here that can and will want to fight us. Real fast, we're gonna put one more point into compound bow so we can get that increased attack power. More damage means less likely chance that we get murdered. Go. Come on, we just need two more claws. Sorry, I'm trying to be super mindful of all of my surrounding areas right now. So okay. Oh, that one didn't give us one. Dang it. Still need two more. Ah, great, we got poisoned.
I can't do that yet.
One more.
That spell isn't ready yet.
There we go. Okay. Now we can get out of here. And we are headed for that marker. Okay. Still on the lookout. We don't really need any more copper. I'm not going to pick it up. Because, like, just alone on copper, We have 2, 4, 6, 72 copper ore. Right? We also need to go empty our. Ooh. Dang it.
Does need to recharge in.
So if we find any 10 on our run, because as you can see, we can just run straight up that little hill there. But we need a vendor. So the beautiful thing is as soon as we get this quest done, we get to go back to town. But if we find any more 10, we really need 10 because we're trying to get smelting up. Burning Blade, Bruiser, Hyenas. I'm hoping not to accidentally pull anything. So, as you can see, those little torches, that's the way you're actually supposed to go up this hill. Because you go up over there, and then there's like another little path that takes you. But for whatever reason, we can just do this right here. And it will take us directly to the cave that we need. Now, it looks like somebody's already been here and taken everybody out. So we're going to try and quickly... Oh, I see stuff respawning. There's usually a... requires a flawed power sound. I picked up... Are you kidding me? Is that thing only good for a certain amount of time and we goofed off too much? Oh well. We'll have to go re-pick it up. There's my marker. Yeah, apparently we have to go pick up another thing. I didn't realize it was only good for a limited amount of time. And so it's not in our pack anymore. I guess we should have started with that quest. Oh well. Actually, we need to go turn in these 2 quests first. And then we can go, we'll just hearth to Crossroads. I don't want to fight the kitty cats. We're going to have to do, I think that's our next quest anyway. For the hunter chick person. I don't know what's going on with this lag that is causing my mouse to freak out. Get off me. But like, if I move the mouse too quickly, it doesn't exist. It's like, all right. I don't get it, but all right. There's got to be a setting or something I goofed with. I don't know, but it's all good.
Strength and honor.
It just takes us a couple extra seconds to go do things. There we go. Turn that in. He's going to give us another quest for Varag, the dervish.
Strength.
And if we look, Varag is actually down there. So what we need to do is run all the way back down there after we go turn on all these other quests. We're going to run way back down there to get the thing, because then we're going to have to go back up here, and then there will be some more Harpy quests that we got to do. Now that I know that that quest has a freaking timer on it. Oh, goodness. Alright, we got 45 minutes though before I have to get off and head to a work meeting though. So here's my game plan for today, guys. Just so you guys know, I am going to stream when I get done with work. Okay. I got to go to a manager's meeting today. It's at 2 o'clock. I don't know how long that's going to last, but as soon as it's done, we will be coming back home and we will be streaming yet again. Because my goal is to get this guy as high as I can before the end of the day. Now that might be the mid 20s at the rate we are leveling, because we just hit 18, so we might be able to get to 30. I'm not 100% sure. Hey, nice lich firm, my guy. So yeah, there's that. We're about to hit 19, turning in all these quests, but before we do, we got a vendor. Okay, and then there's that one that can go. And then click you, and click you. Re-talk to you. There you go. And then we're going to put all the quest items just down here so that they are out of the way.
Spirits be with ya, man.
Okay. Now we're going to go turn in all of these quests. We go run over here real quick. Oh, wait, no, we can't turn in anything at a butcher because we haven't gone to Workamar yet.
What do you need?
And then we're going to accept a new quest. And then we run way down over here. And then we're going to turn this one in.
The winds guide you.
What quest do you have for me, my guy? Consumed by Hamper lost in battle.
For the horde. Go.
I think both of those are southern quests. Yeah. We get to talk
Blood
to you.
and thunder.
Disrupt the attacks.
Great.
Report to Kadrak.
Now.
Because it wants us to go into Ashen Vale. Talk to this dude.
Blood and thunder. For the horde.
Then he wants us to do Harpy Lieutenants. Whee! And then we have the Apothecary, which will let us hit level 19. Bam! We learned Horn of Endurance. Emanate a aura for 15 seconds that grants allies a 30% chance when a spell or ability is used to heal all party raid members for 17 to 20. All ranged sword spells that share a cooldown. Let's see, what else did we get here? Archery, nothing new there. Brigand, nothing new there. Bushcraft, nothing new there. Speaking of which, we need to proc another thing. So we have Adventurer, which is passive. Allows you to fall 15 yards further without taking damage. Nice. Quick shot, elude, falcon, sticky fingers. Pick an enemy. That's funny. Okay, so it's got a 1 minute cooldown, and for 15 seconds, any damage we do heals us. Got it. shoots an enemy, start inflicting 75 wounds. Interrupts. Oh, okay, that's a spellcaster thing. Got it. Okay. So that's the only other skill that we don't have on our bar, but it's for spellcasting interruptions, so it is what it is. Alright, so we're actually going to run way down this hill real quick. If we find any, I think it's zebras. Yeah, if we find any of the zebras, we'll take them down. But we need to run back down this hill, pick up the stones so that we can then come back up to the demon seed. Because somehow we goofed that quest. I didn't realize it had a freaking timer on it, apparently. But it's okay. So far, we're doing really good.
It's too far away.
He was in my way. Oh, there's going to be another one in my way, too. Oh, we need to quiver. Get another 30 minutes going here. Spell haste and XP gain. It's only 5% more XP, but hey, 5% is 5%. You know what I mean? Anything that will help us level just a smidge bit faster, I am all for it. Oh, we do have another point. We wanted to grab hunting shot, maybe? Yeah, because we wanted to test out hunting shot. Because the way it's written, like here, the way it's written, it says that if I cast hunting shot, it will just keep throwing hunting shot. So bro, something is up with, I think it's their server, if I had to be honest with you. We got some crude leather out of that. Because like even my character, if my mouse moves, my whole game starts to freak out. So throw that. I'm just gonna keep running. And yeah, it does. It just keeps launching it. Because now the skill's done, it can't do anything. So yeah, that's 100% what it is. That's actually pretty nice. Now the real question is does it affect? I think it will only attack the primary target of the skill until that primary target goes down. So I don't know. Oh. Okay. Do, 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 do. Now, let's see when I pick this up. Right? I picked that up. I have no timer. None that tells me that this thing is going to go away. So we're going to click this, and we're just going to book it for that. Oh, it does. Look at that. It has a 30-minute duration before this thing just disappears out of your inventory. How dumb. It should put a timer in your quest log, man. Because that would have been my first freaking go-to had I known that. Ugh. Oh, there's another zebra. There's actually quite a few over here. We'll go ahead and take these guys out. It won't take us 30 minutes to get to the mountain. Okay. And now we don't even need the zebra. Zebra? I don't look at me, dude. I don't name these things. I think it's funny that, at least on Twitch, I'd have to go look at. Well, no, because I'm looking at the stream over there, and it doesn't show the chat box like it does for me. So I don't know what I changed. What setting got moved around or changed to where y'all don't see chat on my screen anymore, but on y'all's side now it's much cleaner, it's much more open. You don't have a giant chat bar like I do that's just right there, so that's always a plus. Not that it really seems to matter, because we rarely ever get people to chat in chat, but that's cool. Just takes time, man. That's anybody that's ever thinking about getting into YouTube or Twitch, that is one thing I will tell you by far that gets to be the most frustrating, is when you sit here and like we stream for at least 2 hours a day, right? And there's a lot of days where we don't get any chats. We don't get really any interaction. We'll get tons of views, you know. I get, on average, probably 15 to 20 views unless I'm promoting the video on Google Ads, you know. But like, there's one thing I've been wanting to try, and I'm gonna do it when I get paid at work. Is I'm wanting to see if I can start a live stream and then promote said live stream while I'm streaming it. That would be hilarious. All right, now we got to be careful because everybody up here is going to be respawned. Man, did y'all watch that? He bounced off the wall.
That's still recharging. That's still recharging.
And now we're dipping out. now it wants us to return to him. But before we do, I want to see if the item we got... Alright, so we don't have anything that says that we need to return back to this guy in the same 30-minute time frame. Alright. Because I'm going to go take out the lieutenants first. It makes way more sense to do it while we're out here. Sneaky, sneaky. It's copper. Yep. And that's copper. All right. And this is where we're gonna have to start just taking people out. I forget the ones that we're looking for. It's not these guys. As soon as I see them, I'll know which ones they are. I want to say it's that blue winged one, but I think that's actually a rare. No, it's not a rare. I think it's the Slayers. Because they're slightly bigger than everybody else. Yep, it's the Slayers. Dang, that's copper too.
I need to get closer. That spell isn't ready yet.
5, 6, we just need one more.
It's too far away. That's still recharging.
Okay, there's all those. I'm actually going to go ahead and just hearth back because it will make it go a little faster. Goodness gracious. We'll go ahead and turn in these quests while we're here.
What can I do for you?
Is he the one all the way? Yeah, he's all the way up top. Dang it.
Brawlhall. Farewell.
Whee! And the apothecary now has a new quest for us.
What now? Trust no one.
So that's the other quest that takes us to Thunder Bluff. So now we have two quests that we can go turn in at Thunder Bluff. We're going to go do this. Now we have another quest to come up here and get a boss's head. So I think what we're going to end up doing, just because I don't want to run the risk of running out of time for me to get ready for work, because I have to be there on time. One of the things about being a manager is you're the one that has to set the example. So what we're going to do is we're going to go turn in this quest. Oh, excuse me. We're going to go turn in this quest, and then we will go ahead and end the stream there for now. And then, like I said, when I get back from this meeting, we will be streaming again. We can take out 2 guys on our run to turning in this quest.
Shots still recharging.
There we go. Partway through that quest, and we've only taken out 4 guys. But yeah, so I will. I'll be back once this meeting's over. Like I said, it starts at 2. I have no idea how long this meeting's going to be. I didn't ask for the meeting, so it's one of those things where, like, it's up to the people that are there to determine how long this thing's going to be. But it is what it is. But yeah, as soon as we are back from work, we will be streaming. So we're so close to 20. Let's see. Our next point is going to go into this tree here. We've got quickest shots. Reduce the cast time of Skull Piercer by 0.25 seconds. Increases critical strike damage by 5. I like that. We also have Rapid Ballista. I'm not like, Ballista's good, but it's Rapid Ballista again? What? There's 2 Rapid Ballistas. Guys, you're gonna fix that. Searing Quiver causes ranged abilities to deal 22 additional fire damage. Only 1 quiver can be active at a time. I kind of like that. I think that's the very first quiver we get, isn't it? Yeah, I think that's the first quiver we're gonna get, and we're gonna start doing fire damage. That's pretty dope. Speak. Oh, okay. We're just gonna go nuke a couple things. Let's see, there should be some crocodiles nearby that we can just nuke. Come on, crocodiles, there we go. I just want to hit 20 before we end right now, man. Those aren't giving a whole lot of XP. We'll just run up the hill. Okay, we can't move the mouse and move our character, which is frustrating at the same time. Because as you can see, if I do just my character, everything's working just fine. If I'm trying to move, like, here, if I'm trying to move my mouse and move at the same time, it food bars it badly. You should be worth some pretty penny XP.
That spell isn't ready yet. It's too far away. That's still recharging.
You're worth at least 200.
I need to get closer.
One more should do it. There we go. So we unlocked the vanity. Oh yes, searing quiver. Apply. Come on, mouse. And one of the things I'm going to do before we start streaming next is figure out what in the heck is going on with my mouse. Or if it's just a latency issue with their server. Which is what I'm hoping. But now we have a fire arrow quiver equipped. So I'll show this one off real quick. Hold on. Alright, so now when I shoot arrows, they take fire damage. Oh, that's giving me raptor heads. I didn't know I was supposed to be fighting raptors, but that's fun. So, oh, what quest timer is it that we're goofing on? Oh, to Thunder Bluff. We're gonna have to redo this quest. So, hold on. Hit L. Ride to Thunder Bluff. This quest. We'll just re-pick it back up. Okay. Now that we've got that though, we're going to go here. And this will take us back to the crossroads. So we don't have to run. And then that's where we will end. We hit level 20. Ooh, we got some wool cloth too. The crossroads. All right, that way we get some rested XP while I'm in this business, manager's meeting. When we come back, we will sell everything, and then we will continue on with our questing. So, let's see. Take this wool, and that comes down here. We need way more cloth, or not cloth, tin. But all right, guys, I will catch you heroes in the next stream. Like I said, that will be later today once this meeting's over. I apologize that this one was kind of a short stream. It's only an hour and 30 minutes long. I kind of slept in a little bit, not gonna lie. But yeah, we will be back as soon as this meeting is over, and then we will rock and roll it